today we are going to open the Blessed the Cursed Duel decks from Magic the Gathering. This is the pre-Innistrad Duel deck, and I'm quite excited about this because I never got to play Innistrad when it first came out. I wasn't part of the hobby back then. So this, I'm quite eager to see what is in there. Now obviously these are set decks, so there's no booster packs to open as such, but I'll do a quick flick through each deck so you can pause and look at any of the cards that interest you. And after that I'll pop back and see what I think of them both. Ah, that's what was catching me. The old info card. Let's have a quick peek. That's a bit of Innistrad flavour there. And on this side you've got a quick overview of both decks, and on each side there you've got your deck lists as always, which is a handy quick reference. Spin down counters, 2 of them, that's awesome. Oh, and those of course to keep the decks in nice and safe once you've got them out of the packaging, because that bulky packaging kind of gets in the way. That's your rules reference card, just basically gives you a quick overview of how to play in case you are new to the game. Pretty life counters, or as I like to call them, D20s. And you've got that symbol on your green, and same again on the red. Okay, these are your 2 main cards for the decks. And let's have a look. Right, let's do this one first. The Geist of Saint Traft as your legendary creature. Okay, here we go. As I said, I'll just quickly flick through them and you can have a quick pause if you want to look at them in better detail. Oh, I'll drop them on the floor. That would be bad. Let's not do that. Reminds me of Davy Jones. I like that artwork. Ooh, Delirium, what's that? At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, tap target creature that player controls. Nice. Oh, there's 2 of those. I recognise him. People who know me will know why I like this card. It's an in-joke, I'm afraid. It will mean nothing to you. Fiend Hunter, cool. Ah, the dual lands. We all like dual lands. Four of those lovely ones. And planes. Get through all the lands. Okay. Angel token. Human. Okay. Oh, that's your blessed deck. Clearly. Loads of angels and spirits and things. And humans. Let's have a look at the Cursed deck with a very shiny Mindrak demon heading it off. Now, I don't mind admitting I am always a sucker for a decent bad guy, so I'm probably going to like to look at this deck a little more. Let's do it. Okay. I like that artwork. Look at that sword. Right through him. Eek. Blimey. Tooth collector. That's cool. Zombie dragons, always nice. Zombie drake, I should say. There are technical differences between drakes and dragons, as any good fantasy fan will know. Hey, vampires! There we go. I was told to expect vampires, and I was about to get disappointed if I didn't see any. Ooh, that's pretty. That's very nice artwork. I like that. What the hell is that? Wow. Getting a little Cthulhu vibe from that one. Haha, I recognise that one. Destroy target non-vampire, non-werewolf, non-zombie creature. I like it. Moan of the Unhallowed. Cool. And our dual lands. Dismal Backwater. Those again, and now your snakes, and more humans, spirit, zombie, okay, right. That is a quick look through all the different cards. I hope you managed to pause and have a good look at any that you're particularly interested in. I'm going to step away for a moment and have a quick look through those, and I'll come back with a few that are of particular interest. Back soon. Hello, okay, let's have a look at these decks then. I have instantly noticed that there is some really nice balance between the decks. They've both got similar abilities in kind of an opposite way. I'll kind of explain what I mean better in a second, but they're very well balanced decks, so they should play off each other very well, or play against each other I should say very well, and it's going to be mainly down to, I think, the skill of the player as to who will win with these decks played against each other, because they are really well balanced. So let's have a look. Alright, we'll start with Blessed again. This is your kind of, what would you say, not your main card, but your header card, I suppose. This is the one that brings it all together. It's like it would be like your commander if you were playing commander, but obviously these aren't commander decks. So he is the Geist of Saint Traft. He is a legendary spirit cleric. Let's see, he's got hexproof, which against a black-blue deck is going to be really helpful. And he brings a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking whenever he attacks. And then that goes away at the end of combat. Now that is pretty nasty. So he attacks, and instantly a 4/4 angel pops up and attacks alongside him. Makes up for him only being 2/2, and he's not that expensive either. 3 mana total. That's nice. I like that. That's very cool. Right. Well, I've separated these into little sections. Let's see. These ones, the thing that has popped out on me with all these cards I've got in my hand now is they all have effects that buff humans. Just humans. So that's going to be really useful for all of the human tokens and the human characters in the deck. And it really does put across, this is the good deck. These are the good guys. As you can see, every one of these cards that I'm looking at now has an ability that brings out more humans or makes humans tougher, protects humans, and so on. And this one works in the opposite way and penalises anything that isn't a human in the other deck. It's specifically targeting vampires, werewolves and zombies, which is what the Cursed deck is all about, obviously. And then we've got a few more that are just worth looking at. Tranquil Cove, it's just good, solid dual land, everybody likes those. Pop that over there. And then Pour Over the Pages, lets you draw cards, untap lands and discard a card, so that's just the untapping extra lands. That's just an added bonus along with drawing extra cards as well. That's just a nice useful card. Gold Knight Redeemer, gain 2 life for each other creature you control when she comes onto the battlefield. There's a lot of creatures in this deck, so that could be really helpful. And then Eerie Interlude. Exile any number of target creatures you control. Return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Useful for protecting stuff, if it's about to get killed. Just a nice, nifty little ability there. And then on to Cursed. We have our Mindwrack Demon, obviously, our header card. When Mindwrack Demon enters a battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. And he's got this delirium mechanic, which I didn't recognise before, which I will assume, I could be wrong, is something from Innistrad that's come back for this. I have never seen delirium before, so I'm interested in that. Delirium being a mechanic that gives you an effect if you have 4 or more card types among the cards in your graveyard. So, creature instant, enchantment, and so on. And it's got very customary of black decks putting cards into your graveyard, and elsewhere in the deck there are abilities that let you bring those back. Okay, and these ones I put aside because they are, as I said, the decks are very well balanced against each other. They've got similar abilities, and this is just illustrating that, because these cards all have abilities that benefit zombies. If you control the zombie. Other zombie creatures you control. When a zombie dies, your opponent loses a life, and so on and so forth. When this guy enters the battlefield, you can return a zombie card from your graveyard. It's stuff like that. And obviously there's a lot of discarding cards and sacrificing creatures, losing life, gaining life if you kill something, that kind of thing. All the stuff you'd expect from a black deck. And again, just like before, we've got cards that target things that aren't vampires, werewolves and zombies. So that's going to be humans and your angels over in the other deck. So again, well balanced, similar abilities, and really flavourful of the whole blessed versus cursed thing, the whole angels and humans against these creatures of the night. It works very nicely, I like it. Destroy target human creature, there you go. Dismal Backwater, again another solid dual land. Let's see, Tribute to Hunger. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. You gain life equal to the creature's toughness. So, very characteristic of black. Life gain by killing stuff. Always good. Falconwrath Noble. When Falconwrath Noble or another creature dies, target player loses a life and you gain a life. That's pretty cool. That would include the creatures you kill, I would imagine, because it doesn't say a number of your creatures. So that's a lot of life gain there for you and life loss for your opponent. Very nice, very vampiric. I love the artwork on this, it's so Dracula. Look at that beautiful red cape and the Gothic Victorian carriage, it's brilliant. Right, on to the important stuff. When Driver of the Dead dies, return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, nice bit of characteristic return from the graveyard there, which works nicely with the header card that we were looking at earlier. Abattoir Ghoul. Ah yes, I like this one because, well, for a start he has First Strike, which is awesome. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Abattoir Ghoul this turn dies, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So not only is he going to go in there and kill stuff, but whenever he does kill stuff, you gain life. Very nice. Butcher Ghoul. When this creature dies, if it had no +1/+1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So 2 for the price of 1 really with that one. You bring it out, it dies, it comes back a little bit stronger, you get to use it again. And Sever the Bloodline. Again, I love that artwork. Right, exile target creature and all other creatures with the same name as that creature. Now you can just imagine, having looked at these decks, just how nasty that could be. There are so many humans in the other deck. And so many angels that, that could just be really nasty. You could devastate your opponent there. With that one, you could just take out their entire front line. Very cool. Right, so there we have it really. What to say about them? They're really, really characterful. Really go well with the theme, the blessed to be cursed theme, the humans and angels, forces of good against the forces of evil, all those vampires and zombies. They're really well balanced, and I really like the sound of that delirium mechanic. That sounds like that could be a fun thing. If you're new to Magic, get these decks, give them a try. You don't have to do any playing around with the decks. If you don't want to, you can just take them out of the box and play with them. They're good to go, they're all set. You're going to have a game that's based pretty much entirely on the player's abilities because these decks are so well balanced, and I just love some of the artwork in them, I really do. And that's what I make of it. Obviously, I'm new to the Innistrad stuff. I think I would have preferred a few more vampires in it, to be honest, but then I am a big vampire fan, and I guess I'll just have to wait for Shadows over Innistrad to come out, which, by the way, I love that title. It's so Lovecraftian, it's so cool. So for your horror geeks among you, yeah, this is awesome. Get this deck. Get these decks, and cherish them. They are awesome. Good v evil, love it. And if you're a horror fan, Shadows over Innistrad is totally going to be your Magic set of choice. I am so excited for it, and what is it, like 2 months away? Awesome.